Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, man. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennial.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw, Darnold. Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Coming this way, here we go. Mike 52. Hey, watch the ball. Check safety.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Showing it. Slam. Oh, 50. Blue Dan.
2nd and 5. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Drop deep. 57's the mic. Watch 57. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. See me in your nightmares. Check. Yo. Wahoo.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 50. Go. Come on, baby. Come on. Try. Kill.
2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Brown. He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Motion, motion, motion. No waiting.
To throw is Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
52's the mic. Yo, ladies. 52, they said. Watch the run, watch the run. 52.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Darnold to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Jets.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Jets, nothing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Charlie.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, lady. Hey, Orbit. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
At the 16-yard line.
52's the mic. What's the run? They're running it.
On the counter, here's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
52's the mic, boy. 52. Say, echo. The mic, 52, right 52.
Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Switch. Kill. Check 99. Shoot.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Kill.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Jets 7, Ravens 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Got double time. Go. Over. 52. Watch go. He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, look.
Second and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check it backer, check it backer.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Motion.
Back to Mixon on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mixon will try the right side, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. I got it. Short.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike 53. You got nothing to that. You got nothing. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch hot something, hot something. 53's the mic. 53. Check. Hey. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Shut up.
Looking to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
On second down. Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Motion, motion, motion. Jack! Switch! Switch!
They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in what we saw to be a very competitive first half. 8-7, just a 1-point game at intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Check 15. Check 15.
This is Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
13-yard line.
On the ready. 50, Mike 50. Yeah, that's what I do.
First carry for James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Mike, stick. Go. 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Yeah. Get some penetration. Check. Lucky. Big Ed. Let it go.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Nassib gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. He's going to let this one go. He's got a man. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Ready? Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Check. Fresno.
This is Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Target. Here we go.
Darnold, and a little floater there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Here's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Check.
Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 37-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check my 50. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the safety creep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see him. Hey. You don't want it. Check 9, check 9. 49, check 49.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
In your face. Jump. Check 13. Check 13. SOS. He's coming. Double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Hey, go sack.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of... Their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
You're outside. 57 to Mike. Right. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. All day. All day.
Now they try the right side here. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey!
Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch. Tighten up. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 52. Got one. Red 80. 52, Mike 52. Yeah.
Here's Darnold. Going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic. Let's get it done.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Alert flare. Jim.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch gears. 25, check 25. Set up.
On first down, Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Say.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go. 36. Rush in. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53. You better be afraid of me.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. Go. Get this. You're all mine. 57. Mike, 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check back, check up, go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Mike 53. I got you, boy.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week